No. It's too early for that. We're not ready. It's too early. In fact, cue the music.
CQDX. This is KI7 LQJ. I say again, Kilo, India, 7, Lima, Quebec, Juliet. I'm calling out to anyone who might be listening. It's been exactly 10 months since the world came to an end. If you're out there, you're not alone. The cities are crumbling. Buildings are now just piles of rubble. Civil unrest has become the new norm. People are fighting all over the last scraps of food, and it's all I say again, it's because there's no more pancake mix. That's right, you heard me. The world is ending because there's no more pancakes. I would have never thought the end of the world would come down to pancakes. But here we are. No more fluffy stacks of joy in the mornings. Just chaos and anarchy everywhere. If you're out there, keep your heads up. We'll find a way through this. Maybe one day, we'll rebuild. We'll find the pure bliss of pancake beauty again in our lives. But until then, stay safe, Stay strong. In 73s, friends. 73s. This is KI7 LQJ. Clear.
I hate that dream. No more pancakes? What's the world to live on? Waffles? No. There's one more thing. Live from the Looney Bin, it's Friday night! Let's go! Welcome to the Looney Bin, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I gotta get the elephant out of the room right now. I have a cold. And it is I'll be clearing my throat a lot, and I'm sucking down lozenges, and, the best thing for a cold is cheers, everybody. Your RPMs. I'm sure everybody has their tasty beverage out for the evening. Um, there's number 1 right there. Let's kinda get going here. First of all, welcome. Another episode of the old Looney Bin, and, tonight we have a different moderator, and we're gonna get a little bit serious for just a few seconds. Sean's family actually suffered a loss, here recently, so he and his family are down in Southern California for the memorial and all the services and family time and everything like that. So, maybe a positive message going his way here in the next couple days or whatever would be fantastic from the entire moto community family. Um, but but we have somebody else kicking it in the back room here. You all may know him as a little bit of a crapster here on the lives within the comments section. He likes to argue with himself. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight's moderator, Small Man Moto.
Howdy.
What's up, Corey?
Hey.
Hey man, so thankful you're here. So thankful you agreed to come on and do the moderating. I know it's a thing, it's a little task on the backside that we got to do, but man, I just say thank you. I greatly appreciate you and everything, and man, it's
You
so
betcha.
rad. And like I said earlier, man, pop on as much as you want. As much as you want. Because tonight, everybody, we are going to try to be as interactive as we can in the chats. I've got some questions for you. I want to go through those, and we want to bring them up to everybody. So we got to make sure that we're answering these questions. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, I have the absolute biggest guest I have ever had on. Critter, I love you. You know I do, brother.
Ooh.
This is an absolute massive guest, and they will be on. I don't know. We got off the phone here a little bit ago. He said he had a lot of busy stuff going on right now. I mean, 'tis the season, and as soon as he gets back home, he'll check in with us. So he's thinking somewhere between 7:15 and 7:30. So we've got about 45 minutes or an hour. Corey, I got to tell you, brother, I'm nervous. I mean, somebody of this caliber coming on the show, it's like I was hard to sleep last night. The messages going back and forth. I'm just like, really? You're gonna come on this little live? And I don't know. What do you? I mean, you know who it is. What do you think?
Yeah, I can't believe you got him.
Right? Critter knows too. I think he definitely knows. Critter says we look related. Okay. Thank you, Critter Meow Meow.
Okay.
We definitely appreciate that. So anyways, who's on here? On my screen, I've got Kirk. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? We've got the Critter. We've got Kitty. We've got Melissa over in East Coast. Which is, what is it, like 9:30 at night over there? Thank you for coming over. What are you saying? I mean, there's someone bigger than the one and only Ian. Yes, there is. And I had to read that kind of funny because as I was reading it, we got more messages and it jumped up to the screen, so I had to find it again. So yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked to have this guest on for sure. Corey, we're gonna disappear for a second. Any hoot, everybody. No. I got some notes over here, so if you kind of see me looking over and the magic coffee as well to kind of help with the old cold. But Kirk's chilling on the couch. That's pretty rad, actually. Um we've got some good questions to bring to you guys tonight. Some things I've really kind of thought about and wanted to bring to you. Um, we got some channel news, and this is actually one of the first things that I actually want to bring up to everybody. I'm kind of looking for as people that watch my channel, um, people I'm friends with, and people that watch the channel, and subscribers, and Patreons, and everything. Um, Lately, I've been taking an extremely deep dive into my channel. Um, Critter will attest to this. And Critter, again, thank you for all your constructive criticism and stuff. And honestly, folks, you know how it is. Sometimes it's hard to give constructive criticism. And he told me the other day, he's like, dude, I felt bad for that, but don't, dude, it's good. Um, but yeah, I took an absolute crash course into my channel. And the reason I started doing that and having a little bit of a difficult time is YouTube will kind of kick you in the nuts from time to time because things just aren't progressing the way you thought they would or you were hoping they would. And I took a step back and really went into what was working, what wasn't working, and why my watch hours are down. And you know, like my subscribers are just doing this, right? So I put out the silent struggle video and I got 7 subscribers off of that, but I lost 8 all at the same time. So that's kind of this paradox that I've been in is just kind of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? We're going to get to Christmas stuff here a little bit. So this is just some of the news I would just want to kind of get through. So with this going on, I've really been finding out that my podcast, Podcakes, has actually murdered my channel 100% because the way YouTube works and the analytics, the more people that are watching, the more people that stay engaged through the entire video, the more people that are doing likes, more people that are doing comments, and blah, 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 blah. The algorithm is like, oh, people are engaging with this. We'll move it to the next level. This is very Cliff Note version too, by the way. Um, Dude, my podcast is I love doing them. And I don't know if I'm going to keep doing them because of that. So I want to ask all of you right now and just do it. Small man's gonna Corey will do a little bit of the tallying down there. But do you think we should keep the podcast going? Are you enjoying the podcast? And if we do keep them, and it's a consensus of yes, let's keep these going, then I will start a new Podcakes podcast channel and start moving everything over to that new format. And keep motorcycles and pancakes. So get in there. Let me know what you guys think. I see a couple people are already saying both the fans are like they like it, and I love it. Both of them have been on it. Both of them are wonderful guests. Both of them are human, just absolutely wonderful humans. But just let me know. Let's just keep it going there. Yeah, Critter, exactly. For the sake of the channel, start a channel for the Podcakes. I kind of agree with that. So we're gonna kind of keep these going. Man, it seems like the concession is just keep it. I love doing the podcast, and maybe I'll change the format and shorten them up a little bit because I do know that they are really long. The whole reason that I went long form podcast was I did a podcast here recently that will be out probably this week, and huge guest too, by the way, huge guest. Um, and it was an hour. That was the allowed time. We originally were going to do it for 3, but there was some work conflicts that appeared, so it was like we got an hour. So we did an hour podcast. Afterwards, we always sit around and kind of BS for a little bit, and it, we sat around for like another 20-30 minutes. I'm like, dude, you got to go. But after that hour, I sat down and I started editing, and I was like, man, you know what? There's so many more questions I really want to know, you know, and that's kind of why I like the long form is you get to actually just have a conversation. I don't script anything. I don't write notes down. I do a little bit of like research on them and then just leave it up to conversation. And that's just how I do it. So I don't know. It looks like we might want to keep it and just move it to another channel. So if that is the consensus and it stays that positive, and thank you guys for that. It's that's pretty rad. I really appreciate that. So maybe we'll just move everything and I'll make an announcement whenever we move over there. It'll be Gucci sauce, as the kids say. I got to do this real quick. Dude, Corey, I
Uh-uh.
cannot believe who we got coming on here in a little bit.
Right?
I'm just saying, like,
Who is
come on
not
now.
busy this time of the year? And you've got this person.
You know, and the fact it was so easy just to be like, yeah, it was insane. I love it. I absolutely love it. So we'll move on a little bit. So we put out the new rain video. Seems like you guys are enjoying the rain video, but I got to tell you something. Filming that thing, I had probably one of the most, I'm not even exaggerating, one of the absolute most sketchy moments of my entire life. Of my entire life. I was just like, oh my God. So if you watch that video, there's a moment towards the end or halfway through or whatever, and I realize I'm getting into the snow too much and that I need to turn around. Right. So in the video, I'm like, I'm gonna turn around or whatever, and you get the transition, dun, 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 and then we move on to the next scene. Well, what I was going to add, and then once I kind of got the rough draft of the edit done, it was way too long. This video was like almost 30 minutes. And I was like, that's way too long. So I had to take some things out. I ended up taking this out. I might drop it later, but what GoPro does really, really well, and most of you guys will probably know this, but what GoPro does very well is it likes to not work. It likes to freeze, randomly shut off, and it's kind of annoying. But I get off my motorcycle and I wanted to. So where I stopped, let's go backtrack a little bit. So where I stopped, where I said, "Oh, I'm going to stop here," I went probably in like another half mile, 3/4 mile, or something down the road, and I got to where the snow actually started. Like it went from kind of spots of snow here and there. You ride through a little bit of ice, and then all of a sudden it was just like, boom, here's like a 2-foot wall of snow, and we're not gonna ride through that. So, but I wanted to see around the corner to make sure that's where I was at, right? So I get off the bike, I grab the camera, and of course, I have this other camera that I'm just gonna vlog with, walking down the street, and it totally froze on me, and it froze on like one of these. So it was like kind of funny. But then I go through and the audio just goes like you can hear me, but it's this horrible audio. But I walk up the road and right when I say like, "Oh, I need to turn around" in the video, you'll see like people's footprints in the snow kind of all over the place. And I was like, okay, there's people up here and they're probably doing the same thing. And I did notice that there looked like another motorcycle up there, maybe a day before, earlier that day or whatever. I just assumed, right? So I get up to where I'm at, camera's frozen, I'm walking around, I'm walking up, and there's just footprints everywhere. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. There's hundreds of footprints everywhere. And I stop and I can kind of see around the corner and I'm like, yeah, snow. Yeah, we're not we have to turn around now. We're not. I'm by myself and it's super unsafe. And now it's that snow with that water on top with kind of, those temperatures where it's going to be really slippery. So I was like, I'm definitely going to turn around. And I kind of started looking down. I'm like, what the hell are these? Is this a bear? Is this a cougar? What is this thing? And I'm just kind of looking around and I'm vlogging. And then I kind of move and I see the perfect paw print. And okay, for terms, this is my coffee cup. Here's my hand. I swear to you, the paw print was about that big. It was about that big. And I looked at it and I went, "Oh, we got a cat." And I'm looking around. They're all cougar marks. They're all cougar pads, just all over the place, hundreds of them. and they all came down and narrowed down by me, and I'm looking to my right, and I had that movie moment where I was like, "Oh, shit," right? And I turned to my left, and it was like a natural break in this, like, the rhododendrons in the woods and everything. It was like this natural break just right there that was only about the width of my shoulders, and they all converged to that spot and went into the woods. And in a horror movie or a suspense movie, you're looking at something, and then all of a sudden, it was just like it zooms in, like something really far out there goes, and zooms in. I totally had that moment. 1,000% I had that moment. And it was like this everything in my gut was like, "Oh, this may not be good." You know? So I'm looking around and then it's like, it's a cat. So you're like, you're looking up at the trees. I'm just like, "I'm out. Bye." Meanwhile, I'm looking down on my bike that's like 100 yards down the road. So I'm just like, "Oh my god." At least you go through like the what if moment. And it's just like, well, I've got my motorcycle helmet on, I've got protection on, I've got everything on, and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, I could fight a cat off. No, you can't. But you think you can at the moment. And so I just had that. And it was like the camera on my helmet died. The camera in my hand is like the battery needs to be taken out, plugged back in. And I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I'm doing it right here. I just got on and just screwed just screamed down the road, man. It was borderline terrifying, not even gonna lie. So then the next day I ended up next day, a couple days later, I ended up talking to my son who's a big hunter, and I said, "Justice, this is what happened to him," and I explained the story, and he goes, Dad, now that a lot of the, not necessarily in that area, but since a lot of the homes are pushing out into the rural areas, blah, 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 the moms are actually not kicking the kids away anymore. They're keeping them around. So now instead of them being solo, you can have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cruising around. He goes, I bet that's what it was. I'm like, yeah, that makes me feel better. Thanks, kid. Appreciate that. So instead of one cat, maybe I had 6 staring at me. Holy moly, everybody. Dewey Rides is on. What is going on? Dewey, where are you at right now in the world? You are down in South America somewheres doing a pretty rad ride. Loving keeping up with you, by the way, for sure. If you don't follow Dewey Rides, y'all need to go. He's got epic videos and he is down South America just doing his thing, man. It is freaking rad. Absolutely. You're staring at the RPM? Okay. So I will drink the RPM for you there, Swine. Absolutely fantastic. Mhm.
Yeah, Dewey's got some metal in his ankle or something like that, I think now.
Did I miss something?
I think yeah, I think he had a little lay down, and I think he's now
Oh, he's right there.
laid down.
Let's switch these. Put that one up. Dude, I missed that part. I must be a little bit behind then. A month ago. I'm really behind. I apologize for that. Dang, man. Well, down in Colombia, though, still got to be pretty rad. And I apologize for chewing in there, but I am like sucking down the Ricolas. You know, yeah, colds are amazing. And it's fun because I don't know if I'm going to drink coffee, have a cough drop, or drink beer. Yeah, whatever. That's what we're here for. Oh, that's probably why. That makes me feel a little better, Dewey. It's not on the tubes yet. So, but hey, at least you're having some time to get your editing caught up, right? There you go. I posted it on Instagram. Yeah, I miss that Instagram post for sure. And honestly, for all of you, I'm gonna suck down one of these again. Um, I haven't been on Instagram very much lately. Posting very little on it, and I know that that's may or may not be a good thing, but kind of jumping back to the deep dive, I'm taking on the old YouTubers here. One of the things I've been doing and just devoting all my time to the channel. I've done a lot on the backside that you guys don't see. From there's a lot. I don't even know where to start with that stuff, but there's a lot you can do if you don't know on the backside and learning like thumbnail names and file names and descriptions and just a whole bunch of little things and trying to learn more keywords and all this. So I've actually spent probably literally a work week, 40 hours probably, just on the backside of just actually working on the channel and probably double that just learning, right? Reading, watching videos, just learning. It's all good. Um, keeping up a little bit here with Dewey. Yeah, dude, it's all good, critter. Walked without crutches for the first time today. Dude, that is fantastic. Need help for the balance, but support my own weight. That's progress. Yeah, that's so good. I'm gonna be very curious when this vid comes out. I want to see this for sure. So, what do we got? We got about 20 minutes until our big guest shows up. Corey,
I
I'm
gotta.
saying it again, man. I can't believe we got this guy. I'm just saying. Like, bro, come on now. Yeah. Critter, I mean, I kind of do, but I admittedly I've taken here in the last, I don't know, what, like the last month or whatever, maybe two, I don't know. I've taken a little break from it. I said my focus is on YouTube. I think if you guys really want to find out what's going on with me, there's going to be a lot more on YouTube right now than anything else. Trying to keep up with, now we have the Facebook page and trying to keep up with everything. It's just like, there's another time suck, right? So you can find me on, the Instagram, the Facebook, and the TikTokers. It's just like, oh my God, time suck. Plus, huge changes this year for me, right? There's just been on the backside of my life, away from motorcycles and pancakes. I mean, it's just been a whirlwind of a year. So one of the things that really everybody here knows, there's what 19, 20 of us here right now or whatever. And I'm sure everybody knows we got in that wreck earlier this year. And that kind of, we had that This Is My Oregon series that we were planning. And we really that accident took away from all that filming. And the other side of the state where a lot of the stuff is where I wanted to film. I mean, Melissa can attest to this. The East Coast states are not very big. There's a section, I think, in Maryland that is in the panhandle. I think it's 7 miles or something like that to get across that panhandle. But to go over where I wanted to film on a motorcycle, doing the motorcycle route that I would do, I mean, it's a day and a half, 2 days away. It's about five days of filming and riding and doing things that we want to do. And then yeah, you know, then all that coming back. So I mean that's a huge chunk of time to go over and film. And I got really kind of my little thing when I was with Creator House. It was one of the things that was really bothering me is I didn't get that out. And it was something I was really, really, really looking forward to do. And it just was junk. I see we have a guest down there. It's not the guest, but it's a guest, and it's pretty rad. And we're gonna bring him on here in just a minute. But so what I've decided to do with a little bit of thinking about how I can do this, I instead of doing the 3-part series um, as I was originally going to do, I'm actually just going to start making videos, you know, 15, 20-minute videos or whatever on a particular thing. And we've started that. We actually have half a video already done, which will probably be the next video. There's a few things on the backside that I have to, I need to get, I don't know, permission or whatever. I'm waiting to hear from somebody. Let's put it that way. I'm waiting to hear from somebody and see if they're going to come on the video or not. And it's one of these things. If they do, it's going to be an awesome video. If not, it's going to be an awesome video, I think. And I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And the next day, I go to shoot it, and it ends out at the Oregon coast. And I have like this whole shot list of like, okay, I want this shot and I want this shot. So I knew this ride was about, oh, you could do it, 3/4 of a day. If you just leave the house, you do this loop and you could be back. without stopping much or whatever. A day if you'd stop for lunch or stop at the coast. And so with filming and everything, I was like, "Oh, this is definitely a 2-day thing." So I wanna get to here, and which I did. So I filmed all the way down to where I wanted to stop, through a pen. Perfect, let's go. Woke up the next morning, like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, "I'm ready to go. This is gonna be great." Check the weather, gale force wind warnings and heavy rains and everything out at the beach, and I'm like, "Uh, that's not conducive for flying a drone." It's just like, "All right, we'll move on." So I went and shot the silent struggle video that day instead. So which was a lot of fun to do. And, I think that's another reason, and Critter really brought this up to my attention too. I think that's another reason why, the channel kinda started going down a little bit too, is because I mean, if you go back at the history, we had Lauren on, and she's amazing. She's an amazing human and stuff, but we talked about sex trafficking, then we brought Angie Ball on, whose son committed suicide, and then we went right back to sex trafficking, and then I threw out the silent struggle video, and it was just like 4 in a row. Bam, here's a bunch of downers, which were I think are very important things, but at the same point, like, yeah, that was a little too much just in your face, boom, 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 boom. And so we're changing things back to a little bit more, Ian style, right? So anyways, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we have a guest. Now, somebody's from north of the border here. Critter's looking around like, I'm not on there. It's not Critter, people. It's not Critter. Uh, he has some really good YouTube videos coming out. He is the king of shorts. Not the shorts that you wear, but the shorts on YouTube and Reels and all that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, it is a Africa Twinsy BMW GSE fellow lone rider partner all the way from north of the border. Ladies and gentlemen, Owen Lush. What's up, brother?
What's going on, buddy?
Oh, just talking, just happy to see your beautiful face on the screen here. Oh yeah, man.
Talking. I've just been listening. Appreciate
Oh
the
yeah.
invite.
Hey man, so we're I'm sorry, I have a podcast. We're gonna get right into it. Dude, you got some really great content that's popping up. I really enjoyed like just start a YouTube channel. I was just like, dude, I saw that pop up and I was just like, of course I'm watching that. Click, great thumbnail, great, just eye catching, great hooks. Dude, it was a great video, man.
It
Hey,
actually
bye.
performed very poorly to talk about
You know what?
back to the YouTube algorithm.
Right. One of the things that I noticed, and this might give you hope. I don't know. Here very recently, the very first Easter Giver video that I put out, right? It was kind of I thought it was cool, but then I go back and watch it, I'm like, ooh, missed some things I should have done differently, right? But
Yeah.
part of learning. Um, all of a sudden I just get like, hey, you have a new comment. And it was on that video, like last Sunday. So that's been popping out to people. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then got another subscriber off of that video, so you never know, man. That might be one of those kickers where it's just like, oh, it's performing very poorly. And then like in 6 months, it has, thousands
I,
of views.
I've seen a couple of them kick off a bit. The late bloomers for sure.
Oh, late bloomers. Speaking of late bloomers, Boneyard needs to sponsor me for Pete's sake. Jeebus. So what else is going on up at your neck of the woods? You probably got snow out there now?
Oh yeah, we get snow. We actually just came out of almost a week of temperatures in the negative 30s. So yeah, it's
Dear Lord.
cold. I've actually been working quite a bit lately too, so it's been busy.
Dude, that's pretty crazy actually,
How have
man.
you been?
So, dude, I've been good, Like I said, I'm just trying to get some stuff going on the YouTubes here, doing the same thing. I wasn't supposed to work today. And then all of a sudden I look at the dispatch and I'm like, oh, I got 5 moves on the low boy that are all oversized. Okay. Or not all oversized, but a lot of them, So it's just like 3 a.m. start. Here we go. So that's kind of been my little deal. Valkyrie's here, I think. I see somebody saying hi to her. Nathan, dude, that's why you and I love each other, the Boneyard. But
Let me see if I can join the chat here.
oh yeah, sure you can. Sure you can. So working a lot, doing your thing. Yeah, dude. What's on your list for the spring? You got some big rides coming up, don't you?
Oh, the biggest thing for this year, I'm going to repeat the trip up north. So we're not doing the tour, but myself and my buddy Mike are going to try and finish what we planned to do last year. And we're going to go back. I think it's 6 of us right now in a group, and we're going all the way to Tuck this time. So there'll be no tour involved, just the
Oh,
Tuck and
7.
back.
It was 6. I thought it was 7.
Are
Because
you
I'm
coming?
going, aren't I?
Well, let's go.
When is it?
June the 9th, I think, is like a tentative start date right now. But that's the only
Peter and I have
kind of
something going on.
solid plan so far. That and Sturgis in August.
Sturgis. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Really?
my wife has a Harley, and we've got a lot of friends that have Harleys, and they've invited us on a trip. And I want to experience it at least once. Like I want to go, I want to say I did it, I want to see it, and might be the last time I ever go, but I'm gonna go once.
Right. Man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. So I've trucked through there when Sturgis was going on, and I was just like, no way. No friggin' way. Like it's so massive. And I'm
Oh,
like
it's gonna be insane.
I'm on I-90. That's a little ways away, but it was just still thousands of bikes everywhere, you know. I was just
Yeah,
like,
you're not wrong. Just to respond to Dewey's comment there, I am absolutely more nervous going to Sturgis than Tuck.
oh,
Because
100%.
I'll take Bears any
Yeah.
day over 500,000 people.
All right. Would you take bears or cougars? And we're talking about the animal cougars, not the ones at the bar, right?
Bears, 100%.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, I guess up in your neck of the woods too. Bears are a little bit different up there. You got the brown bears. They
Yeah.
tend to be a little more mean and
A lot of black
aggressive.
bears.
Yeah. We got those down here and they're just like, "Oh, I'm cute and I'm going to run in the woods." Okay. Oh, dear baby Jesus. Hey, Critter, did you like throw down $50, bro? Is
I
that what I'm
did.
seeing up there? Damn, son. Thank you so much. Look at all that, dude. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Love you, brother. You know that. That's my cold coming out. It's mass. Exactly. Exactly, Critter, where that will be going. 100%. I've got some camera purchases coming up. So
It's
that
supposed to be
it's been really
phenomenal.
nice. Hmm?
I said that Ace is supposed to be a phenomenal camera.
Yeah, dude. I've read some very good things about that. And you know, I also got to say thank you to the Patreons because I just bought a DJI Mini 4 Pro and
Nice.
it was all because of them.
Nice.
You know, all because of them. Don't ask what happened to the Mini 3. Let's just move on with that one. Let's just forget about that one. Yeah. Um, if you watch this will give you a new perspective. If you watch the Silent Struggle video, right? And there's the end, and I'm on the spine of this ridge, and I'm standing on this like whatever, and I'm looking out and over the river and stuff. And it's that kind of an epic drone view that's kind of going around, you know. And then all of a sudden it fades out to black, and then we go to the next scene. I had to fade it out right there because it ran into the trees. Because I'm standing down there, and I'm just like, oh no! And you just hear it go, clank, clank, dunk, 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 bam. And it was like, dude, if you see that, so like you're on a ridge. And I'm like, oh no. I have an entire day of like drone like footage on this thing.
Of
And just like
course.
having this like, oh my God, I may never get this drone back. It's gone forever. Oh, and if you know about the drones, you can look on the little display there and you kind of see where it's at and location to you,
Yep.
you know, and so you
Yep.
can walk and it's got the little line or whatever. And I was just like, oh no. And then luckily it was like literally 2 steps off the road. It's like,
Nice.
oh, thank God for that one.
I want one so
Um,
bad, but I'm just
I
worried I
will
wouldn't use it enough.
I worried the same thing, but dude, I use it all the time. It's a
Yeah, you
time
can't
suck though.
replace
So
the
you
shots with it. You can't replace the shots you get with it though.
No, it's like I said, it's a time suck too. So you've got to be like, if you're gonna like go on a ride with friends and you're gonna like use your drone,
Yeah.
I usually I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do some droning or whatever because it takes. By the time you stop and you dig in your bag, you get it set up, put the batteries in, whatever, get it ready to go, and you actually start flying. You're about 5 minutes, give or
Yeah.
take. Fly forever, how long? And then when it comes down, put everything away. It's about 5 minutes, and it's very easy to just oh my gosh, we have somebody on backstage again. Oh, he's here. He's wait, he's here. But, yeah, by the time I mean, you can waste 30 minutes easy flying a drone.
Yeah.
So if the people that you're with are just like, "Dude, let's go." And that's one thing Sean says is, there's I forget what it is, DJI has the new drone where it just goes up, flies a circle, comes
The
down,
Neo.
no remote, no nothing. Yeah, the Neo. And, he was like, "I need to get that." And he was saying because it takes so long to get the other drones out and get them up flying
Yeah.
and do all this stuff. And Sean was with me 2 times when I crashed, thinking maybe there's something to do with that.
I think so.
It was really funny. I crashed at one time in the water right in front of him, and he's standing up on this little ledge, and it just goes thunk into the water and gets sucked down a little bit right in front of him. And he's like, "Hey, it's right there. I see it. It's right there." And yeah, it's meanwhile, I'm in like it's wintertime, it's snowing outside. I'm running down this creek in my like Romeos and blue jeans, trying to get that drone. Maybe it is Sean's fault. Good
I think
job.
it's Sean's fault. Sean's not here. We can
Dang.
blame it on Sean.
Yeah, Sean's not here. Hell yeah, man. So, Owen, I hate to trump you, bro, but we got another guest on here. It's waiting to come
No
in.
issue.
Do you want to hang out backstage and come back here in a little bit?
Sure, I got some time this evening yet. Not a big lot, but I'm available for a bit.
Well, I just said that and they just disappeared. They just left the stage. Oh boy. We'll see if they pop back. But anyways, hey, Owen's here, everybody. Fellows and ladies. Oh, Melissa on the East Coast has to go to bed now. I get that. Owen, you're 2 hours ahead of me, right? Central
One.
Time?
1
Oh,
hour.
okay.
I was
Still
gonna say as
relatively
somebody from the East Coast, though, I get it.
yeah, for sure. Melissa, thanks for, coming in and hanging out with us tonight for sure. Pretty rad. So I am totally missing out on some of these comments going through, so I'm gonna go back up a little bit. Um, where did our guest go? He just disappeared. I wonder if I should text him. I don't know. Coffee's good. See if he comes back here in a couple minutes.
On the camera topic, though, before
Mhm.
the next guest comes back, this past season, like, I did pick up a DJI Osmo Action 4.
Mhm.
Bulletproof. No
Really?
issues. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I was
fun fact.
super shocked. I actually really love the color profile that DJI does too, even better than the Insta360s.
So you can do a little bit of color grading and things with
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was on, I just shop, right? I have this horrible thing where I just shop. So I was on the DJI store yesterday under my account and I was just kind of watching, looking at things. And I went down and I actually saw the camera, the same one you were just talking about, the Action 4. And it was like $100 off right now until like Christmas Eve or something. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I should get that. I'm having to like throttle back a little bit. I'm trying to get some of my other stuff. No, you want that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Hey, Eric Sweets here. Eric, I got a compliment on your sticker today. The emotional support vehicle. I have that on the front of my motorcycle, and I was riding. I commuted today, and excuse me. And one of the coworkers was coming by, and he's like, "Dude, that's funny." He starts laughing. Kind of talked about it for a minute. So he's like, "Where can I get one?" I'm like, I know a guy." So I don't know. He doesn't ride motorcycles, so I don't know if it's cool to give him one or not. But our guest is I don't know what is going on. They pop up and they're gone, and I don't know. We'll wait a couple more minutes with them. Yeah, dude. Can you see the guests down there? I'm just curious on your side, Owen. Do you see what's on the bottom of the screen there too? With everybody in the backstage or
No, I
just
just
you?
see me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to give it away. Oh, I think we're back. Oh, what's going on? Oh, brother. All right, man. Oh, 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 oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and Owen, we will be back with you here shortly, my friend. Um, there are a few other people that I have invites out to. Feel free to come on at any time. So one of our questions is about to come up, and I think our guest can hear us. And if you can, you can give us a thumbs up or whatever. And they just walked off the screen, so probably not. Oh boy, I think they're ready. All right, we got the thumbs up here, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest guest in motorcycles and pancake history is about to come on. I don't know if you guys are actually ready for this. I don't know if I'm geeking out that we were able to get this person to come on. And I could see he brought somebody with him. And we are about to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest guest in the history of motorcycles and pancakes. All the way from the North Pole, we have Santa Claus. Heidi, Heidi, ho there, Santa. How are you doing? You don't have audio unmute,
We
sir.
are
There we
so
go.
busy, but we wanted to make time to come say Merry Christmas. Oh, Mama Jane.
That's right.
Well,
Oh,
Merry
love it.
Christmas.
We got Merry Christmas, you guys. So Santa Claus, I see you got your little helper there, Bubba J the Elf. We love those guys. How's the weather up there?
Oh, it's turning a little bit cold. We got some snow blizzards coming through, but no worries. We're expecting this for the next week. Well, I've got the best Rudolph in the world with his red nose. We're going to get through this fog, aren't we?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Oh, it's a
Maybe
snowy.
maybe we can bring on one more guest for you. Might be somebody else that's really kind of cool and special to me here, Mr. Santa Claus. Ladies and gentlemen, to meet Santa Claus, she just popped up in the backstage area. She's looking all funny with her eyes. And ladies and gentlemen, meet actually, you guys already know her, the one and only Everly. Hi, baby girl. How are you?
Good, Papa.
Oh boy, that's
Whoa,
Santa
Merry
Claus.
Christmas.
Hi, Santa.
Hello, Everly. Oh,
Hi.
we're working very hard to get that present ready for you.
My present's ready for me.
What's that, Mrs. Claus?
Are you getting my present ready?
Yeah, she's wondering if the presents are ready for her.
Your present ready. Boy, yes, we are. We're working overtime. And I got one of my puppies.
Hey,
I'm drinking
Santa.
hot cocoa, Everly. Do you have hot cocoa?
I'm on the Nice Plus Started Naughty List.
Who's on the naughty list, Evie?
Well, I'm very excited. I'm going to come see you on Christmas Eve.
Me too.
So, Everly, do you want to ask Santa what you want for Christmas?
No, not yet. I'm going to see him tomorrow
Not
at
yet.
Cabela's.
What about your mommy over
What's
there?
that?
What does she want for Christmas?
Hi.
Oh, Mommy.
Shelby Turner's.
You know, Everly, I remember when your mommy was a little girl. You know, she asked for a Barbie dream house. Santa brought her a Barbie dream house.
Ooh, the Barbie Dream
I
House.
love my Barbie dream house that you got me last year.
Oh, that's right. We brought We brought
Can I see your reindeer?
They're outside, baby girl. He can't show you the reindeer right now. They're outside.
Oh, well, let me tell you
Heck
something
yeah.
about my reindeer.
So,
Now, my reindeer are very shy, and they don't like to be around. So a lot of times, little boys and girls, they all want to see my reindeer, but we keep them up in the mountains. Yes.
Reindeers are funny.
so we're going to pose a question real quick. We're going to pose a question to everybody in the chats, everybody that's watching right now. Since we have the one and the only Santa Claus on, if you could have anything, what would you ask Santa Claus for right now? Put that in the chats. We'll bring it to Santa and we'll see what he has to say. See, the chats are
Mr. Pink,
hopping a little bit, but we can do this.
They're on my nice list.
Come on, Valkyrie, you're the last one to say something. It's time for you to ask Santa a question. And what about Critter? Eric, what do you guys want? Oh, hey,
Mr.
Tracy.
Critter Modo.
Shelby, turn your phone
Well,
sideways.
you know what?
Turn your phone sideways.
Critter Modo.
We can't see you good, Santa.
Oh, no. Well, I'm here, honey.
See you very good.
You know, Critter, that's a good one right there. Critter says, Mr. Santa Claus, that if he was to ask you anything, it would be to hang out with all my friends all year long.
Oh, well, you know, we get that question a lot when people want to just be with friends and family. And you know what, Mr. Pancakes? That's what Christmas is all about. The love of friends and family and hanging out.
I love it. Eric Sweet, he says happiness for all. I think that's a beautiful thing. We have Owen Lush. He says if he was able to ask you anything, Santa, it'd be for get lost, find yourself to last for like 365 days.
Yes. Oh, and Santa heard. I heard about this great event. Get lost, find yourself.
I'll say Owen real quick. Sorry, Santa.
And you know what? Next
Owen,
year,
yeah.
when people come.
Say that one more time, Santa Claus.
Oh, one more. Well, you know what? We heard that this is a very special event. And I think here in the next year, you know, I don't have a lot to do in the summertime. So I hope that maybe I get to come up there and even Santa knows how to ride some dirt bike. I'm not very good, but I can keep up.
Santa Claus, if you were riding a dirt bike, would you call it Rudolph? And what bike would you be riding?
Well, we have the special bike. The Christmas colors are red and green. And of course, Santa saw the Kawasaki. It's the greenest home bike, and it rides as fast as I could fly the sleigh. Oh,
that is awesome. All right, who else is coming up here to say what they would ask Santa Claus for? If you can have anything, and you can ask Santa Claus for it, what would it be? Shelby, what it would be for you? So this is Everly's mother, my daughter-in-law. Oh my gosh, who's the bearded wonder over there? We got Diz too, but Diz, you know, I don't know, maybe Shelby's gone, but yeah, I'll kick this coverage with her. Good job, kid.
It's me.
Yeah,
I wish.
well, Santa's been putting his nice list together. I've been checking it twice. And did you know something, Mr. Pancakes?
What,
everybody who attempted to get lost, find yourself this last summer, they all made my nice list.
I love it.
Oh,
this is cool.
I wish Hondas and BMWs for all KTM owners.
Oh, What did Mr. Owen Lush say?
Hondas and BMWs for everyone that owns a KTM.
Well,
Well,
we gotta get real here real quick, Santa Claus. I know the fans are watching right now, so Santa Claus, from the deepest of my heart, if I can get anything this year for somebody else, I would want to get the fans KTM parts, so when their bikes break down, they have something to fix them with. I think from the bottom of my heart, I think that is exactly what I would prefer to get them, you know.
I think we could work on that because we've watched a lot of the videos from them for the love of knobs, and those bikes fall down quite a bit. So I think they're going to need some parts. Can we get some parts for them KTMs?
Yes.
We're going to work on that there.
I love it. I appreciate that. I'm sure they're going to appreciate that too. It's a fire sale. That's right, Kirk. It's a fire sale. Okay, Evie, do you have anything else to say to Santa Claus?
Merry Christmas.
What do you? Merry Christmas, baby girl.
Merry Christmas, and don't forget cookies and milk. Oh, and will you leave a carrot out for my reindeer?
Yes.
Okay, honey. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Oh, Santa loves you.
Love you too, Santa.
Baby girl. What do I usually say?
I don't know. Eat more pancakes.
Boom. There we go.
We eat a lot of pancakes in the North Pole.
Yes, we do.
Oh, amazing. All right, baby girl. I'm going to put you in backstage and you can keep watching and listening if you want. And maybe I'll bring you back if you're around. You good, Diz? You got everything over there?
Yep.
All right, good. All right, guys. I love you guys. We'll just put you back down here. Bink. And there we go. All right. Oh, Eric loves his Husky, which is kind of KTM. It is KTM with different markings, right? That's pretty cool. I had to bring the baby on. I had to bring the grandbaby on. She is just
Santa
at that perfect
loves her.
age, Santa.
Oh, yes. Because we were all that age at one time. And then we all grew up and bought these toys with two wheels. And they're so much fun.
Oh, much fun. Absolutely. We hear a girl's voice back there, Santa. Is that Mrs. Claus?
Oh, Mrs. Claus.
It's a very sick Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus is feeling a little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I have laryngitis or something.
Yes.
So I can't really talk very good.
Yeah. So, Mrs. Claus, if you can do a solid over here. Santa Claus is a little bit hard to hear on my end. If you could just get a little bit closer to him, that would be stupendous for sure. Here we go. Hi, Santa.
I think I'm covering the speaker. Where is the speaker? In the bottom?
In the bottom.
Okay.
Well.
We should get the cool elf design one. The new 2025 version next year.
Well.
So tell me about the elf over there.
Well, I've heard that there's a lot of writers out there who they won't admit it, but they would like to have a beautiful Harley Davidson like Santa Claus. Well, we like Harley Davidsons. Yeah.
I know that.
This is Bubba J. He's my lead elf, and he goes everywhere I go.
Thank you, kitty. She said for Mrs. Claus to feel better.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Claus. She's got to get better by Christmas Eve, Mama.
I got a lot of work to do.
You got to work with the elves and get all them presents together.
Yep. He wants to know a little bit about our elf, our head elf there, Bubba J.
Yeah. Well, Bubba J.
Questions.
Well, see here. Bubba J's been with me. Oh, you've been working for me for about almost 38 years, huh?
Yeah.
And did you know Bubba J, my elf, has a birthday coming up?
Yep.
Yep.
Are you serious?
It's the day after Christmas. Oh, yes, we love it. Yes.
Oh my Lord. We're going to have to celebrate that one, Santa, for sure.
Yes. Oh, we will be celebrating. Oh, every year. And it's the day after Christmas, and he has to come wake me up. You know, I'm a little tired the day after Christmas after flying around the world.
I might wake you up until Santa Claus comes.
No, I have to come. We got a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Well,
we just hope all of the folks here in Oregon and boy in Washington and Canada, we just hope you're all having the best blessed Christmas that you've ever had so far.
No, Eric Sweet.
Oh, Mr. Eric Sweet.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
I'm feeling a kind of Wayne's World vibe.
Oh, what world? Oh, Santa even knows them guys too. Yeah, Wayne's World, they ask for some
Wayne's
of the
World.
craziest gifts.
Wayne's World.
Yeah.
You have to throw out a text here to somebody to see if they're coming on.
Oh,
No, they already know who they are. Hey, you coming on or what, kid? So getting back to it. So everybody, we're gonna move on. So that first question, we're still gonna have it up there. I forgot I have the banners up here too, right?
All right, go ahead.
You know, so if you can ask Santa anything, what would you ask him? Like, we're still going to keep that message or that question out there for everybody to answer. If you're showing up late, welcome. We have Santa Claus, the biggest guest to ever grace Motorcycles and Pancakes, for sure. But I'm also going to go ahead and move on to another question.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to go, bam. As the year comes to an end, what's something you would like to do to help yourself feel better or to get better at something? So bring that straight into the chats and let's find out a little bit about everything here. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to do? Beverly says lifelong health.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. That that was a little old, but that's there. But yeah, what is something you want to do to better yourself or to get better at something, whatever that is? Moto, mountain climbing, hiking, reading, I don't know, all that stuff. Apparently I need help with reading, especially when my glasses are off. I don't know if you see some of my Instagram posts where my glasses are off and I'll like and then I'll get a message like, proofread much?
Well,
Like,
I had Beb J tell me, I think I need to get you a portable umbrella. Oh, you keep wanting to ride in the rain?
Love riding in the rain, Santa.
I had that problem at one time, but we built me a convertible glass hood that comes over. I can ride in the snow. Oh, but when it rains, I get pretty wet. So we just put it over, but you can't get dry.
No,
and I hope you think twice about riding in the rain again. Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
Better again. Quit working so hard. I love it.
Well, I have to tell you, and I hope all of your viewers out there take this to heart, that at any time during the year when you might be feeling a little down, maybe you might be missing Santa Claus or missing that beautiful Christmas tree behind us. You never, ever have to fret. In fact, you remember those times and always look forward to what's coming ahead. And I hope that as we end this year, that we keep the spirit of Christmas in our hearts and we continue to do what we can to help someone else. Just because it might not be Christmas doesn't mean you can't help Santa. And go out there and help somebody who might need a little more help than yourself. There's always someone that you could pick up. And if you find any available elves, we're running a little low. Can you send them our way for next Christmas in 2025? Oh, we could always use more elves.
Yeah.
And we just hope the blessing of Christmas stays with each and every one of your viewers throughout this next year. That is our hope every Christmas. Every Christmas.
Santa, that's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I think Tracy, I know why you have to learn, or why you're wanting to learn Spanish, because I actually know where you're going. I wonder why.
Oh,
That's pretty awesome.
someone happens
She's
to be
going.
going south.
Yep. She's going south.
Oh.
She's getting away from the North Pole, which is,
Oh,
that way.
yeah. This is the time of year you don't want to be back at the North Pole. There's not a lot of people riding motorcycles for some reason, but then again, you better be on a snowmobile. Now, we have fun on
Hold on, Owen.
snowmobiles.
Real quick, we're bringing Owen back on. Dude, you said you got to bounce. Is that what's going on? I got you on mute. I'm sorry about that. Hold on. What the farkles?
I was muted.
Oh, there you go. Now you're
There
back.
we go. No, like I said in the chat, man, thanks for inviting me in to be a small part of this, and everybody that's on here. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will likely see most of you guys in 2025.
Oh, definitely.
Owen, what's your
forward to
socials, man?
seeing you, Owen.
What's my what?
What's your socials if anybody doesn't know? I'm sure
It's all
everybody does, but
you find me with my name, Owen Lush ADV, YouTube and Instagram are where I'm way more active than anywhere else. So
there you go, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you as a friend, man. I mean, it's awesome. Love having you in my life, brother.
Back at you.
All right, man. Have a
Later.
good one. Bye. Here we go. Owen Lush, everybody.
Oh,
Yeah. So
we
back to
love
Santa.
Owen.
Wait, we gotta bring this guy up.
I always love you.
First of all, Corey, I love your shirt, man. By the way.
Hey, where can you get one of these?
Motocakesadv.com. Bam. There you go. There's the store.
You got a good moderator. You already have that in the comments or something.
Yeah, it seems like I should probably make a banner for that and put it up there one of these days.
Hey, Santa.
Santa has a question for Corey. Have you figured out how to get into that big old sleeping bag? I understand. You won that sleeping bag at last year's Get Lost, and I hear it was pretty comical.
Oh, it is a joke. It is.
I hope
it
you
is
got
so
out
big.
of it okay.
Yeah. The
Dude, that
little
was
guy
hilarious.
Hem that up a little bit.
Corey, you're gonna need to explain that because
Corey.
Small man. All right. We got another guest popping in here in a second. But Corey, explain what Santa just said to you, because I don't think a lot of people are up there. Maybe they missed it on the socials, but tall man is tall. And I think everybody has seen him in his, I don't even know what they're called. It's like a half sleeping bag you put over. It's got arms in it and goes over. It looks like you're sticking your head out of the foot side of a sleeping bag. And so he gets you one. And it was like,
it's like 7 feet tall.
Right. And you're like 4 foot 8.5, right?
Yeah. I can't figure out why they would make something so long. I mean, it's not for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or something like that.
Right. That's insane. Okay. Corey, we'll be right back with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Santa Claus, we have another guest that wants to come on and chitty chat with you. He actually is kind of a North Pole brother. He lives a little closer to you than I do. He likes the cold. He likes his red truck. I think it's Red Truck beer. And he's coming all the way from Vancouver Island, the heart of Nanaimo, Critter Moto. What's up, Critter?
I'm back.
Where am I in there?
Where's Critter?
You're in now. That's what
I'm in now. Perfect.
Whoa,
hi guys.
There's my little critter. Oh, and look at you.
Yeah, I'm kind of
like Santa.
I'm kind of looking like you a little bit. That's right. Hey, Santa, you'll be happy to Merry Christmas to you too. You'll be happy to know that I have shoveled the driveway. So after this, you'll be able to get in nice and you'll be able to feed the reindeer. It's all taken care of for you. So us Northerners, we got to take care of each other.
I love it, Critter. You want to come down and do mine, even though it doesn't need it?
You know.
Oh, so you're getting some of our North Pole snow.
No, we aren't actually, Santa. We're getting lots and lots of water.
Well, I have to work on that then. Oh, I
Yes, you
gotta
do.
somehow, some way bring a white Christmas to everybody on Vancouver Island. Wouldn't that be a blessing?
That's right.
Paul Young with the buzzer beater here. Critter Claus.
Critter Claus. Yay.
I love it. He's your
love
official
Critter up
helper
in
there.
the North Pole.
I knew I was
love
growing this thing for something, for a reason.
Well, you know,
Eric, no,
Critter,
there's. I'll answer that in the comments.
If I might get sick, I need a replacement. Oh, Santa Critter!
I'm almost there.
Whoops.
I've been putting on that winter hibernation stuff, so I'm good to go.
Yes, but you got to put on what Santa has.
That's right.
Oh, that's the cookies.
All the cookies.
Old Mrs. Claus bakes the cookies, and I eat them before they come out of the oven.
Oh my God, that is one of my favorites about this time of year is the cookies. What are you drinking?
Mm-hmm.
What are you drinking in that cup there, Critter? What do you got?
What am I drinking? It's water.
Mm-hmm.
It's water.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you, Ian, I've got a Christmas cold as well.
Oh.
And I've been working my butt off trying to finish projects before Christmas. So I'm trying to stay hydrated in this really great hydro flask that Eric Christensen gave to me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was pretty rad, man.
It was. It's awesome. I love it.
Stellar. Hell to the dude. Again, thanks for the fitty spot for the cameras.
Of course, dude. It sounds like the Osmo is the way to go. Lots of good comments about that. I do like my Pro or Ace. What's it called? I don't know.
That one camera.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I had quite filming that rain video, dude. I had quite the issues with that. I think Santa Claus heard me yelling at the North Pole. I just need a new camera.
You know, I have heard that from a lot of you YouTubers. You go through cameras too quick.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I can't make them that fast.
I think in this motorcycle niche, we are all very rough with those cameras.
Yes.
You know, I mean, okay, Critter, you remember 2 years ago we were riding down to Giant Loop, and we spent that one day. I forget how many miles it was. It was like 160 miles or 150 miles or something, all off road on that day. And I spent most of the day in the back. And I got done with the day, and I just looked at the camera. The camera was just brown with dirt and everything.
I know.
But everything else was just disgusting. And you just think about how many of these cameras go through that, right? It's crazy, man.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Santa Claus, you need to get a YouTube channel.
I have a question.
Could you imagine Santa Claus throwing some GoPros and cameras all over the sleigh and on the backs of the reindeers? Dude. Instant viral.
We need to know, are you still putting drones into the rivers and flying them underwater?
I sure am. I sure am. Oh man. I was telling Corey before we even got on that Silent Struggle video, there's a shot of these waterfalls and they were a long ways away. I mean, drew my drone over there and I was just panicked the whole time. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Because you wouldn't get it. There's no way to get there. Oh man. But obviously I got it back. And then I crashed it like 25 minutes later.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't go underwater.
Well, it goes great underwater. Critter could attest to that. He had a drone go sinking for a little bit.
Yeah, and it still flies. It spent 6 months in the race, but you know, it goes good now.
Dude, that's phenomenal. So Santa, what are some other plans you guys got coming on? I know once you get done with the big push here for Christmas and you know you get done and everything and you come back and how long do you sleep? Does Mrs. Claus have that epic, perfect, like hot cup of cocoa when you come wheeling in at the end of the time? And how long does it take you
now
to
I
recover
do.
from Christmas?
Well, after Christmas Eve, when everybody's enjoying Christmas morning and just getting all the presents, I head back and I get a few days off and I get a cup of that double cocoa in a hot chocolate whipped cream.
And marshmallows.
And lots of marshmallows, and I go and take me a nap. But this year I've been invited to a very special event down here in Southern Oregon, and they call it the Polar Bear Run. And when I heard polar bears, we have a lot of those back home, and it's a lot of motorcyclists get together on New Year's Day because they say the greatest way for us to start our year off is riding what we love to do every day. And they said, Santa, do you know how to ride a bike? And I said, well, I could sure learn. So on New Year's Day, Bubba J is going to go with Santa, and we're going to participate in the Polar Bear Run down in Southern Oregon.
With the Harley.
Nice.
Yes.
That sounds absolutely epic. What part in
That's
Southern
gonna be
Oregon?
fun.
What parts? Are you
Well,
talking like
there's a little
Medford,
town.
Grants Pass?
Well, there's a little town called Grants Pass. And they start in Grants Pass, and then they all ride to a local moose lodge in the town of Gold Hill. And when they celebrate New Year's Day and starting off another year doing what everybody loves to do, and that's riding 2 wheels, and 3 wheels on New Year's Day. Is there any better way to start out a new year than getting on your motorcycles and just going for a ride, even if you're by yourself?
Get out there and ride. So, Santa, do you ride 2 wheels or do you ride 2 sleighs?
Oh, Critter!
2 rails.
Look at Critter!
You're so funny, Critter.
I was just very emphatically agreeing with you. Yes. Yes.
Let's see if Santa can do it.
It's like one of those head bob things on your dashboard.
Looks kind of like those dancers that swing their hair around.
Red banger.
Well, if you get better, Critter, you get a big pom-pom. You got a little pom-pom.
Santa. Bad Santa.
I know.
Oh, we have everything's big in the North Pole.
Oh, I got this guy back here. Are you okay over there? I see you laughing there.
Oh man.
Santa Claus. I want to say, sorry, I'm sucking down these cough drops still. Thank you for making an appearance in my my intro video.
Yes.
I greatly appreciate that. I know I was having a bad dream, and you kind of threw that weird one at me with the ladies, and then you corrected it and then woke me up. And I thank you for all that.
Well, Mr. Pancakes and Critter, and I think Small Man Motos out there, and everyone who's viewing, we've got some Christmas presents to go wrap, and we just want to wish everyone, from the bottom of our heart, from Mrs. Claus behind the camera to Bubba J, my lead elf, and Santa Claus, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and do what you love to do. And that's getting out there and get out and ride. Oh, I think someone says that a lot. Ho, ho, and never forget to eat more pancakes, too.
He nailed it all right there, Chris. He just went, he's got it all. Corey, you're rocking it on the backsides here. Throwing all the stuff on the screen. Thank you. Yeah. Let's throw up one more question. And before we do that, I see we have some more friends popping up. Eric Christensen, what's up, brother? Glad you were here. Mr. Mike. Oh man. We just talked the other day about riding together, and we need to make that happen, like, I don't know, now. be super rad. We're gonna throw up another question, but I gotta switch screens over here. So no, never mind. Corey already beat me to it. I'm gonna bring you back up here, guy. Dude, Corey, you are rocking it over there, man. Thank you.
Corey's the
You're doing
man.
a rad job for shizzle. So, what is the most meaningful gift you have ever received? I know that's kind of a hard one. And so when I was writing these, I was like, dude, you're probably gonna have to answer these too. And I don't know. There's been so many just gifts, and I'm gonna have to ponder on that. But I would really love to see what you guys have in the comments. And I'm gonna throw it right down to this guy right there. Right there. Wow. There you are. Critter. No, too far down, up a little bit. There you go. So we're gonna do that for Critter, and then we'll probably come up to Santa Claus and ask him the same question, because I know that Santa still gets gifts once in a while. But Critter, meow meow. What do you think has been the most meaningful gift that you've ever received?
The most meaningful gift that I have ever received. Well, I don't know.
No, right?
That's a tough one.
Difficult.
It would have to be a gift I gave myself, and that is the gift of self-reflection.
You're going somewhere else. I was like, hold on here.
No, I don't. I have no idea.
I get that, because I think it is a hard one, but
Yeah.
I think sometimes people buy us gifts they're amazing.
Mhm.
But sometimes they're made, or I think sometimes gifts are even just like things that are just said to you.
Yes. I think the most meaningful thing is the fact that they're thinking of you, right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw this one up here. So Tinny 80 says last year for my birthday, my kids got me a winter tent that I had wanted. They did it without help from mom. So
That's awesome.
A lot that they searched for it and bought it with their own money. I think that is absolutely that's awesome.
That is very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes me happy for you, man. That is really cool.
And that's one of those ones where you can sit back and go, yep, I win at parenting. I did it.
Right? Absolutely. Dewey says, I got a pair of skis when I was 5, and I've been skiing and found things outdoors in the mountains ever since.
Oh, that's awesome.
What a great introductory to the woods and the mountains. And clearly Dewey has been on that adventure side of just like, I'm just leaving.
Oh, just a little bit.
If I remember right, Dewey, you and I talked a little bit in the DM, and you, I think, are from Gresham, my neck of the woods. Oh, Santa's getting comfortable.
Oh boy.
Santa.
Getting a little warm in the house. We have our fire going.
I bet. Kurt says, my daughter bought me the Lego DeLorean so we could build it together. That is really cool too. That is really cool. Things where you can do together stuff, right?
That means a lot.
For me, we had Everly on earlier, right? And she is the most sweetest little lady ever. And I remember we were just hanging out. This was, I don't know, at least a year ago, probably a little bit more. But she just sitting there cuddling, relaxed. I think she was staying the night or something. She had her hand on my face and she just said, I love you, Papa. Just one of those things that was just melt you,
Yep, a melter.
Yep, absolutely. So Santa Claus, we're gonna bring this up to you right now. What has been one of the most meaningful gifts that you have ever got?
Well, Santa Claus would like to show you a very special gift that was given to Santa this year by 2 very, very beautiful young girls. And if you look at this initially,
it's little Robbie's feet.
Oh, and little Robbie. Oh, that's right, a little boy. And it looks like a Christmas tree and 2 snowmen. And the most special gift that Santa has ever received, for when you turn it upside down, Oh,
Their
it's the footprints of Santa's 13-year-old granddaughter and Santa's 5-month-old grandson.
Oh, that is
Isn't
awesome.
that a special gift? And
Super
we appreciate the gifts that are personally made with love. And so this is probably one of my most special gifts that would ever given to Santa. And the other joy, every gift, when Santa goes and we see all of the kids, is just the excitement and the love on their face. And and they can't wait
Sorry.
for Christmas Eve. But this is one of Santa's favorite gifts.
I think that's absolutely beautiful and wonderful all at the same time. Corey, real quick, I'm going to bring you up. Boom. The shirt thing with Eric. Will you send me a text to remind me when we're done here? I think what happened is I probably moved the wrong code over instead of moving. I moved the one twice, so that's a good catch. I appreciate it.
Yep.
So yeah, send me a text. Thanks, guy. All right, Santa, that is absolutely just beautiful. I think that's pretty cool, and those little homemade things are pretty rad. I don't know. Critter gave me a cool gift when he kicked me up to his treehouse when I stayed with him once. That was pretty cool.
We're having sound issues.
Okay, no worries.
Way up at the North Pole, Oz.
I think that Aurora Borealis is acting up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Making all
have you
kinds
guys?
of weird noises.
Here is an odd thing. If you want to check out something that sounds really weird, just Google ham radio Aurora Borealis and listen to the guys who will actually hit their frequency onto the Aurora Borealis and hear what it does to their voice. Oh, it's creepy. It sounds like a horror movie. It's kind of cool though.
Oh,
Peter, you're throwing up gang signs. Do you need to go?
Yeah, my daughters are at the theater. I got to go pick them up in about 5 minutes here. I got to take off and go pick them up.
Yeah, man, dude, I appreciate
Just
you
so you
coming
know.
on. You know?
No, I appreciate you having me. And Santa,
of course.
Bubba J, the super elf, super great to see you guys. Wish you guys the very merriest and bestest Christmas ever. And Ian, I'm sure we'll talk before Christmas, but Merry Christmas to you too. And everyone in the chat, Merry Christmas to you all. I may do a live after Christmas. We'll see how it goes. So look forward to that. And with that being said, I will bid you all adieu and go grab my little bundles of joy from the theater.
There you go, man.
Okay, ready?
Christmas.
Bye. Okay, kick me out.
All right, I'll kick you out. Okay, bye. There we go. Critter has left the studio, ladies and gentlemen. And Critter, you got to move yourself out. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Santa Claus, it's just you and I now. Awesome. It's so good to see Critter on there. That dude's just friggin' rad. What else? So what else, anybody? What's the most meaningful gift that you've gotten? Come on, Mike Ramsauer. What do you got there? Yeah, I don't know what happened on that with the t-shirts. The store's a little bit new for me, but I don't know. I just created a bunch of stuff and threw it over there, and somewhere I think I got the coding mixed up or duplicated or something, because there's a whole bunch of dude shirts down there. The Waffle Sucks ones is absolutely one of my favorite ones on there. I gotta say, you can get a beer koozie that says, Waffles suck. So we might have to get Santa one. I don't know. It's pretty rad. So Santa, I got to tell you, I don't know how I can do this, but I think the polar bear run sounds kind of fun. Like maybe Pancakes should come down there and maybe do that ride with you guys.
Well, you can always stay at Santa's house because we have a house down here in addition to the North Pole. You are more than welcome.
Oh, did we tell you it's in your bathing suit?
Oh, everybody rides in their bathing suits.
Just kidding.
Rides in the bathing suit? Yeah, I'll have to get one of those like Amazon shirts that you pull over that looks like it.
I know.
Anybody that rides with me, they know that I crash. So Need to make sure I got the good protection on.
Yeah.
So let's see. We've got another one
down here in Southern Oregon, and a lot of riders will come out. A lot of riders. There's last year, I think we had about 125 riders come out to the polar bear run. It's a lot of fun.
Wow, that sounds like a good time for sure. So we got the wandering hermit. She says, my grandmother got me a Rainbow Bright as a 7-year-old. It's a singular happiest moment from my childhood. What is it
Oh, that's sweet.
about the light brights? I think everybody in my generation for sure definitely had a light bright.
No, that's light.
Yeah, and it's just what is it about them that make them so fantastic? I mean, you put on that black thing and then it would have a pattern on it, and it would say, what wasn't it like? Was it numbered? Help me out here. Was it numbered, or was it like R for red, B for blue? The little pins that you'd put in, you make all these designs, and it would take you like what seemed like hours. Was probably like 15 minutes, right? But it would seem like hours, and then you get done, you're like, I've got this cool thing, you know.
Tell them we're having difficulty.
Well, Mr. Pancakes, Santa has to kind of be going here soon. We have a lot of work to do. We'd like to thank you for letting us come on and just saying a Merry Christmas. Right?
Merry Christmas, Santa. Thank you for coming on.
And Bubba.
Bubba the elf, I really appreciate you guys coming on, taking time away, because I know how busy time of year this is for you guys. And just thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
I think he's saying he appreciates you.
We love you. We love the whole motorcycling community. Merry Christmas.
How do you stop?
Merry Christmas. All right, Santa. Bye-bye. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest guest I have ever had has left the building. I hope you guys like that. It's kind of fun to have them come on and just chit chat a little bit. And of course, I had to bring Everly on. Of course, Santa Claus was on there, and we went to this play a week ago, and it was like what was it called, the Peppermint Bear, and she was sitting like on the ground right up there, and Santa Claus came up, you know, part of the play, and he came up, and I swear to God, she peed herself. She was so excited. Santa's! Like, oh my God, it was so adorable. So good. From your grandpa, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Did we get Corey? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hey, guy.
Hey.
All the questions already? No, we've got another.
This is the last one.
Yeah, we do got one more. We're gonna come up to. Jesus, man, you just keep beating me to the punch. I'm like looking for it. There it is. So yeah, what all of you guys watching right now, I know that we all have lists that we want to ride. We have events that we go to, whether it's Gliffy or Tour Tech. Speaking of Gliffy, Kevin, I saw you in here, brother. How you doing, man? Did you sign the waiver? Just wanted to know. But what is your trip that you're really, really looking forward to this year? You know, it could be, of course. Okay. We have to almost, Dewey, what would be yours? Because I mean, you're doing all this epic stuff down in South America once you're healed, especially. But are you looking forward to a particular ride that you're coming back, or what's for you? What's exciting for you? Eric, Kurt, Eric Sweet, Eric Christensen, Dewey, Wandering Hermit, Valkyrie, whoever else is on here. I have to scroll up here just to see who's up there. Mike, all you guys. What are you guys looking for? The 1080. What are you guys looking forward to this year as far as riding? You know, is it that one event of the year where you're like every year, boom? Like for me, it's Gliffy. Bam, love it. You know, is it Giant Loop? Is it Tour Tech? Is it just a trip that you have going on? Is it a particular ride? Is it going camping with your friends? You know, what is that trip that you're just like so stoked about? You know, I am I don't even know for me. I mean, I know we got to take Liffey and take it out. There's a few other ones that I probably shouldn't talk about at the moment, but I think would be fun. But I don't know for me. I will tell everybody this. You heard it here first, people. I am about 98.99567348944.2111456% not going to Giant Loop this year. It's hard to say that I'm not going to one of the events that I absolutely freaking love. I love the people. I love riding over there. I love everything about all of it. But I think this year, instead of taking, I mean, Giant Loop's 4 days plus add a couple days on either end of it. I think for me this year, going back to what we talked about earlier of the this is my Oregon, I would rather go over there and bring you guys probably 4 videos worth of content of some places in Oregon that people really, some people do go to some of these places, but there's other places I want to go to that people don't really go to that are stunning. And I want to bring that to you rather than hey, everybody, back at Giant Loop 2025. I just, it breaks my heart. And it has
That was a
nothing
tough
to
one
do
for me because that
with
was my
what?
my first rally was Giant Loop. That's when
Yeah.
I met Matt, I met you, I met Critter. I mean, it was a big one.
I mean, I can't take anything away from it. I love Giant Loop. I always love Giant Loop, and they have treated me so good through the years. Like, so good. I don't even know what to say. So good.
Mhm.
But as most of you know, I was approached by Lone Rider. They came up with they have a certain structure on how they do things, and they reached out to several people at the time, but I was like, if you want me, I don't want to start here with everybody else. I want to be at this level. I want to do this. I want to do it, blah, 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 blah. And it just basically turned out they didn't even blink an eye. Okay. Here you go. So I am now, the official or an official Lone Rider partner. Love their stuff so far. Everything that I've gotten has been just, oh my gosh, this is great. But with that being said, I can't take anything away from the time I was with, and I was never truly affiliated with Giant Loop, right? I wasn't an ambassador or anything. I'd buy their stuff and I loved it. It worked great. And like I said, the company and the people they treated me well. And business sold, things changed a little bit. And then it was like the right time when Lone Rider said, "Hey, what's up?" I said, "Hey, how you doing?" Raptor Pack's on. Hey, Raptor Pack. We're skipping Giant Loop this year and going to Tour Tech. Nice. Very nice. I'm not going to do Tour Tech either. There's something about Tour Tech that I don't want to do. I think it has something to do with 1,500 people. And I know that they do it well, but I would rather go up there and ride with Soils and just hang out with Pete and do the rides. That I don't know. Just one of those things where Tour Tech has never been. I've never been. So I guess I can't really talk like this is why I don't go.
Right.
I don't go because I've seen some of the drone shots of all the people and I'm just like, that's a lot, you know? So anyways, that is my, excuse me. That's kind of my deal. I think I'm going to skip out on the Giant Loop this year and just probably about that same time anyways, go around and do something else.
Aren't you
something else.
planning
And one of the places I want
PDR?
to go is I want to do something on this particular hill that is super tall and it's closed during Giant Loop right there. Anyways, the stains. I got to go up and do a video on the stains. It's so beautiful up there. And that I don't know when the road opens up. I think it's different every year. You're not going to get up there this year. I think we've had some pretty early snow and I don't think we're going to be able to get up. I don't know, probably late June. probably July before you can get to the summit because it's over 9,000 foot up there. So, yeah, Kurt's doing the same thing. Giant Loop's where it started for me also, but with my teacher schedule, finish it over here. Liffey is preferable. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
The price point is quite a bit different for sure. Mm-hmm. Seems like a lot of people are Gliffy and missing out on Giant Loop this year. So let's do a little product placement there. There we go. Yeah. So, anyways, what else is going on with motorcycles and pancakes? I tell you, that is, I don't know. All my notes here, we've pretty much gone over and took the deep dive on there, and I really appreciate everybody coming out with really honest answers on the podcast. Um, I know there's a few of you guys that are in here late. I will give you a very brief synopsis of what's going on with the podcast. And go down in the comment section too, and let us know um, what I took a deep dive on the YouTube channel, right? And I really learned that the podcast being so long, the engagement, the likes, the comments, and everything just they weren't there. And basically, the algorithm said, "Oh, your channel sucks, so we're only going to put it to your subscribers." So my channel just came to a standstill essentially, and a huge part of that was the podcast, putting these long episodes with very short viewing on them and hardly any likes, comments, and stuff. It just said, "Oh, your channel sucks. Here you go. That's it. We're done." Right. So I posed a question earlier. So Kurt, Eric, Mike, you can chime in on this. I think Valkyrie, I don't know if you were here or not for this, but do I stop the podcast altogether and just move on? Or if I do continue it, I'm gonna have to probably start a completely different podcast channel and just start putting everything over there. Just let them be over there, right? They'll still be on Spotify. They'll still be on Apple Podcast. Was it Apple Podcasts? There we go. You still find them all over there, but as a whole, I don't think they're going to be on the Motorcycle and Pancake channel anymore. So I've got one more to drop, and depending on how this goes, depends on what channel that's actually going to be dropped on. So let me know down there in the old comment section. I guess it's that way for me. There we go. But yeah, just let me know and what you guys think. If keep it or not, you can throw in the comments, or you can shoot me a text or whatever. It's all good. So that is kind of the gist of what's going on with that. So other than that, we're going to bring on this guy again. Hey, guy.
Hey.
So Corey, I'm gonna kind of ask you a couple questions here, man. So I did see something a little while ago that you were like, I'm gonna go all in on YouTube. Right? You had some time, some free time or whatever. And I did notice a couple things that you ended up putting up. How's that going for you? Where you at with it? And Mike, thank you, by the way. And Taney, thank you. Just update us on your YouTube channel.
So my plan is, when I started it, I was all over the place. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was watching channels like Dork in the Road, and it was before Travis went to, what was it, Beards and something? What was his, BBC?
Yeah, bikes, beers, and
camping or something like that. So that was my exposure, and that's what made me say, you know what, maybe I want to do this YouTube thing. But now I think I wanted to niche it down. I wanted to find a small focus, and I really enjoy cooking. So what I want to do is like moto camp meals with my ADV 360 or something like that, and maybe bring on guests, maybe just live stream it when I originally cooked the meal, and then I can edit it down to a long form video, and then maybe post shorts and see how that goes. But I honestly bet you half of my feed is probably cooking videos. from what I personally watch, besides the motorcycle stuff, it's cooking videos and then it's a little bit of YouTube stuff and things like that. But that's I think the direction I'm going to take my channel.
I think that's pretty rad, actually. I was a judge at Gliffy this year for this little cooking contest. And I don't even remember what you made, but it was phenomenal.
Egg roll in a bowl.
Oh my, yeah, egg roll in a bowl. Dude, it was so good. How many times did I come back?
Like there were a few of you guys that came back 4 or 5 times to resample it to get a good score on there.
I just need to resample this.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure. I just need to make sure it was so good.
There were judges that weren't official that were sampling it too.
Right.
And it was super simple. It was 3 ingredients.
That was the rules, right?
What's that?
Wasn't that part of the rules that only was able to have a couple ingredients, like 2 or 3, maybe 4 ingredients or something?
That was one of the grading criterias was simplicity.
Okay.
So that helped, but it wasn't a requirement. I mean, but it was 3 ingredients, and then the 4th one that really kicked it over the top, and that'll probably be the first video I do. Is cook that on there, and
absolutely.
Like As the Magpie Flies, Tim Collins, both of them have actually done motorcycle camping specific cookbooks. So
right. Yeah, I actually went to Amanda's I don't know if it was a book release, book signing, or whatever. I got her cookbook like actually right over there on this other table. Same. And I go through it. I got a feeling it's going to be the same thing when I go to your channel and you start doing this. Like I go through it and I'm like, oh, I'm terrible when I leave the house. Absolutely terrible about what I cook and what I make when I'm out on the road. I'm just like, this looks fine.
Yeah.
It's just, I try to spice it up a little bit, like doing some rice and some curry and, chicken and stuff and put it in there. But it's just like, bag chicken, dump it in, go. It's pretty good for me. And I'm like, oh, this is great. And then it's like, I go,
this is gourmet. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, this is amazing. And then I look at her cookbook and I'm like, dude, I suck. And then, knowing about what you just made, I'm like, oh, I'm horrible. I'm absolutely horrible at this, like cooking stuff when I'm out. It's like, as soon as I leave the garage, I'm just like, oil bag is fine. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. It's incredible, man. Well, I think you're going to like crush it, and Valkyrie, thank you for that. I think you have a fan right here with Mike.
He's had a few of my meals.
Yeah. I've only had, I think, one. So we need to go camping more. And then, Critter's also saying, yeah.
Yeah, see? And he wasn't even one of the judges.
Right. That's cool, though, man. I think maybe we should pop up and, I don't know. We should actually plan like a low-key little, I don't know, man. We should just meet up somewhere because the peninsula is kind of halfway for everybody. It seems like, And I don't know what the snow level's doing up there, but I don't know, dude. We could do some riding for sure. Do a weekend, couple nights. Yeah. Because honestly, you're not that far from me. I think you're just a few hours.
Yeah. I'm 3 hours from Portland, so.
Yeah, dude. That's nothing. So you have breakfast time. Hey, Critter's back. Hey, guy.
Yeah. Honestly, it's probably about the same time for me to drive over and see Mike and Matt because they're up north of me. So.
But see, those guys, sorry, I know I'm making weird sounds in the microphone because I got a cough drop in, but if I don't have the cough drop in, I'm going to be like, I can't even talk anymore. But all they have to do is just hit one of those ferries and come across, especially Mike. He basically lives at the ferry, Just, oh, here I am. I'm going to go across Port Townsend over here. Yeah,
that was last month I went up to see Mike and it was a whole day thing. It was scheduling the ferry. So you had the first time I tried to do it, the ferry was canceled because of weather. And the second time I did it, I drove around. So it was 2.5 hours to drive around. So yeah, we're close, but we're Crows flies.
Yeah, you got that whole thing in the middle. There's
Yeah.
Eric kind of throwing up some stuff too about the podcast. I know we're kind of jumping around here, but we're going back to the enjoy the video podcast. However, I need to budget the time to watch due to length. They have great guests, ask thorough questions. It's great content. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. I know that they're long. I do. But like I said earlier, I feel like when we have short podcasts, I feel like it was not complete. There's so much more to learn and find out. So maybe that's an opportunity to bring people back too, but yeah, I agree with all of that. Yeah, riding the ferries and stuff is kind of fun, but yeah, you gotta plan ahead and make sure you have a spot on the boat, and all that. And it's always fun to talk to people on the ferry too. You've probably experienced this. A lot of people who ride the ferries around, they probably get on the board and they're just like, "You ride your motorcycle over here? Where are you going? What are you doing?" Everybody just wants to know why you're on a ferry on a motorcycle. Especially when you got all your gear on and your tents and your bags are just overflowing with stuff.
Where are you going? What you
Going
doing?
on a real adventure.
When I was 17, I had this bike.
I know. I used to ride when I was 8. Okay, cool. Actually, I love hearing those stories too, because I don't know, man. We were all hooligans back in the day. Things were so different. I used to go crazy and I used to jump up or off this and I used to do that and all this. And that was in my little shorts, no t-shirt, no helmet. We used to crash and hit our heads and just get up and keep on going. Yep. That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Why not do snippets on YouTube with links to the actual podcasts? I actually have some shorts and some of the podcasts. I actually tried this. I tried to do kind of like a highlight, like pick the cool topic on there, like we did one when my dad was on and he was talking about when they were climbing Denali and his buddy Denali Dawn is where he gets his nickname from, but they were climbing up on Windy Corner, which is actually like the most dangerous part of the mountain, snow bridges and super icy, and it's obviously Windy Corner. And so it's always like really cold and windy and just super dangerous. So he's talking about Dawn, who, for context, is like his best friend in the world, right? And so they were climbing, and he ended up getting pulmonary edema up there and like collapsed on the mountain and was literally dying. So my dad jumps off the rope, takes off, and here he is at altitude, running with crampons on over snow bridges and everything, because at the top of that there's a little crest and there's actually like a hut up there where I don't know if it's Forest Service or Mountain Rescue, but there's dudes that do like mountain rescue that are up there. And he knew that. So he's taking off and he's going through, like he's just running over this stuff and he's just running. And he literally gets there and collapses at their door. And they just like get their stuff and they're gone. And he's like, okay, here we go. And so he's telling the story. And it was probably like you said, like probably a 3 to 5 minute clip. And I put that up there. So I did some of that, to kind of like, oh, I want to hear the rest of this. I want to hear the rest of this stuff. So maybe I need to get back to it and do some of that with some of the other ones. But yeah, dude, it was rad. That podcast, it's my dad, right? But I'm still learning about some stuff that I didn't know about him. And I've done that with Chris Fant. I did a few of those with her. I don't know, a few other people I did one with Angie Ball, a short one where she actually found out her son committed suicide. I did like that whole little, I think it was a 60-second clip of that, of her just talking about that. And yeah, I if I move everything over to a new platform, that's going to be something that absolutely will be there. I'll make sure there's I called them Podcake previews. So I'll make sure we have Podcake previews. I'll do some shorts and then the long form all in there. I think that's a good idea. And I appreciate your input on that for sure. I really do appreciate that. Bammo. So We I'm just gonna say it's about time, dude. We're done. See you tomorrow. Chris, what's going on, man? Where's your brother? He's not here either, but that's all right. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. They don't love me anymore. Canada, come on. Oh man. Yeah, so I think that is kind of what I have all done over here. We got Santa on. We went through my questions.
Yeah.
Kind of looking like we took a good deep dive over here on what kind of what I wanted to go through. Another thing with all of you here right now, while we're kind of wrapping things up here, as I kick the camera underneath the table, as we're kind of wrapping up here, do you guys want more pancake lives? You know, you guys want me to do more of these lives? I'm really very inconsistent on lives. You know, with the I like to do the intros and they're really fun to do. It's like this creative outlet that I get to have and makes me giggle on some of them. And it's just fun to do because I just like doing it. And then when I like layering all these sounds and doing all this stuff. It's kind of a nerd thing. So I really enjoy, but with that being said, doing too many of them with having an intro like that. The like that intro took me a few days to get done and to edit and voiceovers and kind of do the concept. The concept I really wanted to do, I just didn't have time to do. I was like, "Oh, I should do this," but that's gonna be a massive project. Um, but yeah, if you guys want me to do some more of these, I would love to just to get in and do more of them. Like I said, and if you have like ideas for intros or something, or you have something goofy, just let me know. I'm not opposed to like taking somebody's idea and making it into a reality on an intro. Um, they're always just lighthearted, supposed to be funny. That's another thing I could do too is when I have guests on, it's like a live podcast, interactive live podcast. And I really enjoy those too. So maybe we'll do one bi-monthly. I think monthly is something I probably shouldn't commit to right now, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me get into that. Thank you, Eric, and everybody with all the positives. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, I think we'll keep these going. Probably look for me late January, February, I guess, at this point. Probably February. What else? I'm trying to think of my schedule. Yeah, got some time coming up here, but anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna end things. Um, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for all of your continued support. There's so many different ways that you guys support me. The obvious, not the obvious ones, but going to Patreon, that's a really great way to support what's going on here. Not a necessity either, watch the videos, give them a thumbs up, comment on them. That's a huge help for everybody that has a YouTube channel. If you watch them, just give them a thumbs up, give it a comment. It just helps everything out. Really, really appreciate all of that. A lot of you guys are in my there's a lot of family in here. Let's be real. And a lot of you guys are up on the DMs and text messages and stuff. And it's been wonderful, Dewey, I don't know, man. I'm a little dumbfounded you're here. Like it's amazing, man. I really, really appreciate you taking time hanging out with us. Everybody here, I would like to say everybody by name, but there's Eric and Critter and Kirk and Valkyrie and who else here? Dirty Destinations, Teeny 80, and I mean all of you guys, Mike, Raptor Pack, Santa Claus. I'm just going through the comments. So if you're here and you didn't do any of the comments, I really apologize. Wandering Hermit, Kitty, and like all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It's amazing. I hope everybody has the best of Merry Christmases. I hope you guys have a fantastic new year. Keep in contact with me. Throw me up and send me a message or whatever on the old Instagrams. Like I did say earlier, I'm kind of not too active on the Instagrams and Facebooks or anything right now. My main focus right now is on the YouTubes. So I get my messages, I get the notification on Instagram, but as far as posting and stuff, you probably want to check YouTube a little bit more, find out more what's going on over there. I guess here, right? We're not on Instagram, we're here on YouTube. So do that here. We'll bring on Santa's little helper one more time. Corey, you got anything to say before we get out of here, man?
Peace. I'm out.
Yeah, deuces, we out, man. Yeah. All right, from the bottom of my heart, everybody, Merry Christmas. I love you all. Happy New Year's. Absolutely. We'll do the hearts and everything. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your support again. And just like that, kids, we'll see everybody in 2025. We out. And stream.